violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Living in Henry County have a little more peace this morning now that a suspected murderer is behind bars.
Chico.
After a 5-hour standoff, the Henry County Sheriff's Office, along with several other agencies, arrested 30-year-old Jamil Gray. That's who you're looking at right there. The standoff happened at the Hilton Home 2 Suites off Mill Road in McDonough.
Dang. So my man's was caught, arrested, because he was wanted for a murder. There are a lot of guys who got bodies who are in the streets walking freely. So it's a good thing that they came and swept them up off the streets. He got his nostrils flared up, not looking at the camera. You can see the attitude. He feels like an injustice is being done when it's actually being served.
Gray is now accused of murdering Fitzgerald Carullis at a gas station in Stockbridge in June. He's facing a felony murder charge and he's being held in the Henry County Jail.
More breaking news. In just the last hour, we learned a SWAT standoff at a hotel in Henry County is over. This happened at the Home 2 Suites off Mill Road in McDonough. Channel 2's Larry Spruill is there live for us. And Larry, you got an update from police in just the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, George and Wendy, that standoff just wrapped up around 10 o'clock here at this hotel in McDonough, that Home 2 Suites by Hilton Hotel right across the street. And tonight the suspect is in custody. Now take a look at the suspect. His name is 30-year-old Jamil Gray. Police say he was wanted for murder here in Stockbridge for a shooting that happened at a gas station on June 30th. He's also wanted for aggravated assault in Atlanta. Now multiple law enforcement agencies have been investigating this case and looking for Gray.
And this guy's been busy, man, and they use a lot of resources to corner him at this hotel. It's a good thing that they did because he probably would have went on to do more damage. And these are the guys that the community defends. These are the guys that the community protects. And then we wonder why our neighborhoods and our cities are in such disarray.
Got several tips he was hiding here at this hotel. It was around 4:49 this afternoon when they started to surround the hotel and blocked it off for hours. Police say they were finally able to get Gray into custody. I talked to a witness exclusively who was inside the room when police knocked on the door. Take a listen.
They came in, was just basically asking us if we had seen the person. I'm assuming they was asking everybody. And they had the whole floor booked up, so they had the whole floor surrounded. Apparently shot somebody in Atlanta, and he murdered somebody. He murdered actually one of the girl's best friends, allegedly. So I just found that out.
Now again tonight, he is in Henry County Jail. He was taken into custody without any injuries. We are live in McDonough.
Oh, really? So he didn't get beat up by the racist slave catchers. They didn't, give him a $150. They didn't tase him. They didn't mace him. They didn't use excessive force, even though he was wanted on aggravated assault and a body. Man, it's interesting how they cherry pick these arrests to demonize the police when they're actually doing great work. Removing these super gremlins on demon time off of the streets.
Larry Spruill, WSB Tonight.
Everyone a little bit safer tonight now. Larry, thank you for that.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
11 Alive News at 11 p.m. starts now.
We are tracking breaking news for you tonight out of Henry County. Deputies there swarmed a hotel off I-75 and Jonesboro Road just before 7, looking for a murder suspect. That hours-long standoff came to an end just about an hour ago.
11 Alive John Sherrick is there right now as we speak. So, John, police just gave you some new details?
There was a murder suspect holed up in this hotel. There was a standoff. It just ended. Everyone is okay. Just before 10 o'clock, investigators arrested a murder suspect who'd been inside the hotel refusing to surrender, 30-year-old Jamil Gray. We just got his booking photo taken a few minutes ago at the Henry County Jail. Gray is a suspect in a Henry County homicide and in an Atlanta aggravated assault case. They'd been trying to find Gray since June 30th.
And, I mean, he's obviously a known shooter. Obviously a known shooter. At 30 years old, still trying to live the thug life. And it's just ridiculous. This type of stuff is deep rooted and it must be uprooted, but it just seems like the community is not ready to let these guys go, these types of guys, and say, hey, man, we don't need these guys in our neighborhoods. You know, a lot of the people in the community would house a guy like this, you know, take him in, give him shelter, right? He's probably been bouncing around from chick to chick that he's smashing and whatnot, and they're protecting him, even though they know, or at least have an inkling, that he's a dangerous guy.
And they tracked him here, and they trapped him inside the Home 2 Suites Hotel off of I-75 and Jonesboro Road. At about 5 p.m., Henry County Sheriff's deputies and police officers ordered all guests out of their rooms and surrounded the hotel. And for the next 5 hours, tried to get Gray to come out safely.
5 hours. All these resources. They got freaking armored trucks, the manpower, K9 units, and the man was held up in that hotel alone because they evacuated the hotel. 5 hours.
They say he was armed in a room with two friends. They got the two friends out, and just before 10, the SWAT team forced
two friends. Who are they?
Their way into the room and captured Gray. Chief Deputy Mike Yarbrough says no shots were fired.
Tonight, it was just a great effort by the four agencies you see here tonight, and I just can't thank the men and women that went in to be able to bring this to resolve, because the safety of this public, our community, as well as the ones that are serving you, is extremely important to us.
So the sheriff's deputies and police officers say a dangerous suspect is off the streets. Hotel guests who had to be evacuated are expressing relief that they were moved out of harm's way and that everyone is now okay. Ron, back to you.
Okay, John, thanks a lot. Glad to hear that no one was injured in that incident.
Gang violence and other kind of